All right, good morning. Welcome to this morning's conversation. I hope this moment finds you amazing, ready for more, and understanding how valuable you are. So, in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to settle in, find your space, and become aware. Become aware of how powerful you are, how much value you bring. You are an incredible creation, and it's time to remember that. So take a long, slow breath in and release. Again, another slow, full breath into your incredible body and release. With each breath, feel your body arriving into this moment, this safe space, and know that this space is yours, only your space. Feel the earth beneath you, steady, supportive, excited to be of service to you. Keep breathing. Let your breath return to normal. Now, with each breath, allow these surface thoughts, these things that are right on top, allow them to float by. No need to chase them. No need to solve them. Right now, simply let them drift as if on a stream flowing past. See that image. Anything that's flowing into your brilliant mind at this moment, let it pass through. Imagine a gentle current washing away your tension, lowering the noise, removing the distraction, leaving you with this clear, calm inner space. Let yourself have this space, have this time. In this clear space, you are safe, you are present, you are the sovereign, the creator. Breathe that in, feel your body relax. Now bring into your awareness the idea of the self project, not tasks or to-do lists. Bring it in, this working on you, this energy of building you as a living intention. See this advancement, this reaching of your goals. See it as a light pulsing gently in front of you, maybe within you. And as you become aware of this light that is in front of you or in you, ask the light, what is it here to become? What does it wish to express into the world? This is you, your higher version, your best kept secret, the you that is authentically here. What does it wish to express into the world? Who does it wish to serve? Who does it wish to serve? How does it wish to feel when it's alive in the world? Let that settle in. Ask yourself that question. Ask that to the light of your authenticity. How does your light want to feel when alive in the world? Allow any images or words or sensations to arise. No forcing, just noticing, teasing out what is ready to be seen. Feel that. See it. Allow you, the observer, to experience it. Now gently invite clarity to enter your field. As if opening a window and letting a fresh breeze flow through the window into you, into the room. Allow this to be the clarity sweeping over you. See yourself in flow with your desire, in flow with your authentic self, leading with trust, producing with ease, experiencing joy, doing what you do when you're at your best, trusting yourself doing it with ease, feeling incredible joy. Feel your next steps becoming clearer, not from pressure, from deep, deep alignment. Feel these next steps not from pressure, they're becoming clearer and clearer from deep, deep alignment, accessing your authentic, highest self. Breathe this feeling into your whole system, into your body. Feel it activating in your brain. Feel an energy flowing through you. Maybe you haven't felt before. Feel your entire system vibrating at a new state, connected, calm, confident. Imagine imprinting this state into every cell, every organ, every bone, every tissue, everything in your body feels this clarity and alignment. In this space, you are fully capable, fully supported, fully ready. Breathe that in. Become totally aware that you are accessing the version of you that already exists. No pushing, no prodding, simply allowing yourself to be. Now, in this moment, take a few deeper breaths. Begin to bring some gentle movement into your body through your breathing. Know that this clarity, this flow will remain within you from now and until it begins today. As you move through your day, feel this clarity, feel this flow. You may return to this space at any time. It's always here for you. Feel it. Scan your body for any energy that might seem out of sorts. Look for any part of you that might feel resistance and say those words. And I love that. So as you settle in and come back to this moment, I want to share with you some of the things you just accomplished. It's not just meditation or settling down. As you listen to these conversations and you follow the calming breath and you know you're being guided through safe awareness, you're literally down regulating your amygdala, that part of the brain that is constantly seeking challenge, fear of threat. And as you downregulate your amygdala and the limbic system, this prevents the freeze activation. We're keeping your frontal cortex online, allowing you to be in control. It also gives you access to your emotional learning centers. Our biggest challenge are the feelings we have when we go after a goal or go after a dream. The new things we have to do causes the new feelings that really pause us or freeze us in our tracks. So in this conversation, we allowed access to the centers of your brain responsible for emotional healing. The hippocampus, the insular cortex. This is where this new felt sense of possibility is created. These conversations are designed to create new neural networks. So that feeling, that sense of new energy is literally coming out of these parts of your brain, the insular cortex, the hippocampus. And those are possible because you calmly stepped into a version of you that is your best feeling. We also activated a body energy coherence, the breathing, the calm tones. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, lowers the heart rate, improves HRV, the heart rate variability. I think it would be safe to say for all of us to step into our next and best level, we have to go through some self-awareness, self-introspection, some self-learning. And this, when we want to learn new things, our body begins to refuse. We get distracted. We get a knot in our stomach. We start to get a tension headache. All of these are because of the way we enter the body into the energy awareness. So the goal is to have the body enter into a safe state of learning. This way, new patterns can imprint. New visualizations can be put forth, can be planted. We can tease out what works. And then in this state, this calm, safe, focused on a future vision, the brain enters into what's known as a memory reconsolidation window. Old patterns can be loosened. New associations can be connected and laid down. Neuroharmonics greatly enhances as we begin to have a dual layer of awareness. Where we're going, where we're at, where we're going, where we're at, and allowing ourselves to continue to move into that best, authentic version of us that already exists. We're simply remembering it. So this is literally activating your neuroplasticity. When the body enters this safe action state, we can allow new habits to be taken without internal resistance. Your energy field of coherence increases, and this impacts you subtly, through subtle physiology, with posture and voice. It's how you show up in action. So in these practices, we're entering a body-brain state where this real change is possible, transformation is possible. Your brainwave shift, your limbic system is calmed, and your body entered coherence, a state where these new patterns, new habits, new actions can safely take root as we alter our identity. So in this state, old limitations can dissolve, new possibilities become imprinted, not just ideas, as real embodied potential. This is why we focus on neuroenergetic self-sculpting. You're not forcing willpower. You're sculpting your brain, your body, and your energy to naturally move the way you choose. So there you go. That's what you just experienced in that little 20-minute conversation. As you allow yourself to step into it, to flow into it. So as you center back in your state, take a big stretch, become aware, maybe yawn, get some water, look for things that are red in your room, and we'll get started in just a moment. Good morning.
Wide awake while the world is sound asleep, and too afraid of what might show up while you're dreaming. Nobody
So get ready.
You.
Would you learn? Would you like?
Nobody would believe you. And every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories, they somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you.
All right. Hey, good morning, everybody.
Nobody would believe you.
Had a lot of fun yesterday with Alan and Ray. That was kind of cool. Listen, you guys, you should it's probably not surprised. I'm like, there's no way he's calling me on Saturday. We chatted on Saturday that he would do something on Monday, but I guess he did, because it was yesterday. So in case if you missed it, or if I misinformed you, it was yesterday morning. So the link is there on my page. It was a fun conversation. The hidden successes of entrepreneurs. I was quite surprised with Alan when he said, "My dad, I was raised in prison." It's like, wait, whoa, what? Which is a great story, isn't it? It got my attention. So his dad was a prison warden, and him and his three older siblings and one younger sister, I guess so there was five kids. Yeah, five kids. They were raised in prison. From the outside of the inside, right? They were inside the walls, outside of, they lived in the White House. I guess outside, just on campus. So it's pretty interesting to listen to him. And he was a restaurateur as well. So we were able to have some conversations. I'm looking forward to bringing Alan into a conversation here one morning as well. So kind of cool. So what'd you learn? What'd you like? What were your takeaways from this morning's meditation? And I would encourage you to have a reliable conversation with you. I don't want to say truthful because your conversations are always truthful. Whether it's the truth or not is another story. We always believe what we talk about. The brain, the subconscious doesn't know right from wrong, positive from negative. It accepts everything as true. So everything you say, your subconscious believes is real. I'm an idiot. Your subconscious believes it's real, and it goes out to find the evidence. So when we do these morning conversations, these morning meditations, my goal is to be able to activate and access the parts of your brain that allows you to reach another level, to dig deeper in, to have access into opening up that trunk of your possibilities without the fear of it falling and slamming shut on your hands. Alan is a gentleman that was part of the interview, a friend of Ray's. I had not met him before. So he's a network marketer, faith-based conversationalist as well. So yeah, that was the first time. We probably have had a conversation from somebody. You'd have to go to my page. I don't remember his last name right now. So it's probably one of the top one or two posts since yesterday. So takeaways from this awareness. Go ahead, AJ. Good morning.
Good stuff. Good stuff today, man. How are you doing?
Outstanding. How are you?
I am doing outstanding. Okay. Great stuff today. We made the deal yesterday, by the way, for all the people that didn't know. I messaged Sean. I told him about this. I'm going into business with the brother and sister. We're going to do some business over here, and it's great. It's really great. And guess what? This I just came in here into this fine establishment over here, and the brother comes up to me. He's like, "You won't believe what happened." I'm like, "What happened?" He goes, "You are like you carry some kind of Lady Lux touch or whatever, because apparently they got even better pricing this morning at wholesale where they buy meat and stuff and whatnot." And I was like, "Yeah, buddy, it's just how it works." So that's great. And then on the other note, I watched the recording of our conversation yesterday and figured out exactly how I can heal myself in the moment and just continue to go about my day. And I noticed, and I know you're gonna giggle because it's about doing things. It's about doing things in a certain way, right? I noticed that if I continue to, let's say I have a challenge, right?
Yep.
And I want it to be resolved.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be resolved if I just fake it until I make it, in terms of I act like nothing's going on and just kind of push that challenge to the back of my mind and hope that it's going to get uh it's going to get handled, or it's going to get resolved by Lady Luck, right? The difference is, or the certain way is, that I actually embrace it and I continue sure, I do continue to go about my day and about my life, but not thinking that that's somewhere in the back of my mind, because that's actually going to be avoidance, but actually embracing it and saying, yes, it's done, it's healed, let's move on. I feel great, let's go on. That small, little, tiny, subtle tweak for me yesterday was the biggest takeaway. And that kind of just sunk in today as I woke up this morning. Because when I woke up this morning, I started coughing and all this mucus and whatnot, coming up.
Mhm.
And I said, "Whoa, no, 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 that's the PBA, man. That's the punk." Not gonna say it, but that's the PAB, and I'm not gonna indulge in that. So I woke up. I said, "You know what? It's gonna be a great day today, and let's just go on." And all of a sudden, there was no mucus anymore, and I felt good. So that's great.
So, ready for upgrades?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go to the mucus. Fall in love. Don't, it's not that you want to resist it. Fall in love with it that it's leaving. It knows it can't stay in your body.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so excited that you finally figured out it's time for you to leave in mass quantities. And I'm excited about that. Is there anything else I could do to help you along your way? Because when you leave there today, you can ask when you get back home, is there any more mucus or whatever that energy was? Is there any more of you in my body that needs to leave? I'm excited to help you in your transition. So that's one. Two, when the resistance shows up, we have to, that phrase or the meme or the video that shows the priest on the witness stand, father, and he says, I asked God for patience. Did he give me patience? Or did he give me moments where I could use and build my patience? I asked him for strength. Did he make me strong? Or did he give me moments where I could improve my strength? So whatever resistance is showing up is something we asked for to become stronger at, more aware of. And how does overcoming, what happens as you get through, as you overcome, as you dig under, as you pass through this moment of resistance, who do you become? See, part of the reason, possibly, because we now know the rest of the story, it's easy to fill in the blanks with the rest of the story. When you wake up with resistance and you come in and you hear a new business venture already becoming profitable, and it's not even 24 hours since you've aligned with them, you have to accept the fact that you are already beating yourself up for being able to influence the price of meat and you weren't even there.
yeah. And he told me that a guy that he does business with, that's like right across the street here at the lake, told him about another venture that they could do together this morning. And I was like, well, that's just how it is. And then they poured me my half a liter of OJ for for good morning. So yeah,
So
it's great.
as you go through this process and as you go through this learning process, and this is for everybody, this is for everybody. When you enter into an arrangement, an agreement, an acknowledgement that you are going to work together with somebody, and they have these moments of absolute excitement. Oh my gosh, you won't believe what happened. The key is in order to bring out the vibration of you won't believe what happened to exist at all times, I would encourage you, I'd go back and ask them, AJ, bring it up in conversation. Hey, listen, I meant to ask you this morning or this when we met. You got all excited about the deal with the guy across the lake and the new, better pricing at the market. How does that make you feel? If we are not asking them to embody this new possibility, they will write it off as a one-off and they will go back to their pain. They will go back to their struggle. Oh my gosh, I got a bargain this morning. That should be the standard operating procedure, the standard SOP, not a one-off deal. And the way it becomes a standard is when you have them vibrate into that feeling. They were talking about you agreeing to help them and support them and guide them. They were in a good meeting. The energy was so powerful from your conversation yesterday that it literally influenced a market that had never been influenced before. It is so paramount that we become available to understand the expansion of our vibration and how far it reaches. You realize if I wanted to be Captain Jerk a lot, I would be the one who's responsible for increasing the discount at the market.
You got like 30% off, buddy. It's like $7.50, I think, for 2 pounds, and he got it for like $4.09. He
So
got it under $5, man.
so listen carefully. You throw away $3. Yet we're really excited about $3. We're excited about it because we get to multiply that. This is what's called leverage. He wouldn't be so excited if he just bought 1 pound of it or whatever he bought. He bought multiple pounds of it. So the savings multiplied. You can teach this story from now until forever rather than going, oh yeah, he had a you wouldn't believe it moment. What if we took this story now, and all of us, if you wanted to, you could use this story. A friend of mine in Serbia, first of all, there's novelty. Anybody who doesn't live in Serbia, if you tell this story, a friend of mine is part owner, a silent owner in a restaurant, and he was telling us about a story of the procurer, the restaurateur, going to the market. Wait a minute, you're talking about a friend who's part in a restaurant who went to a market in Serbia. Who's not going to pay attention to that story? Secondly, they had a massive savings because in restaurant, the two biggest expenses are food and employees. Well, they don't have employees, so they're already at the bare minimum. They're just themselves and a couple of people who show up, but they don't have a staff of 50 people, right?
Yeah, they don't know.
No, so the only way they can really sharpen their saw is through purchasing power or raise the prices. So the point is that they had a massive, I bet, is there any chance that he possibly bought more than he normally would buy, just a little bit more because of the savings?
Yeah, he has this big sedan. That's his personal car that he also, drives to the market. I mean, the trunk was, if you had a toothpick, you need to put that in your mouth because it wouldn't fit. I mean, it was just 100%, 105% full.
So
Uh,
listen carefully. When people understand they can multiply their savings, they will double up. They will squish it into places. So change the way we look at things and the things we look at change. How is it that you allow people to multiply their savings? This is you, the listener, everybody who's listening to this. How do you allow people to multiply their savings when they buy from you? What are they buying from you that is going to multiply their savings, multiply their proficiency, multiply their capability, multiply their capacity? If you are not multiplying, because in today's marketplace, in today's business world, if you are not literally multiplying their results, you're going to be left behind. If you're not activating thought patterns in their brain that say, this is unique, this is special, I can't get this anyplace else. And the thing that makes your business, this is for everybody, your business special, is you. If they are not excited about doing business with you, It's because they believe they can get whatever it is you have from any place. Smackdown, knockdown, drag out. Become aware.
What's interesting is yesterday I got to look at the world through your eyes for a second, because when we sat down, when we shook on it, I told him, you know what? Um, I'm curious to find out what's your vision. What do you see for this place? And then we talked about some details and so on. And I said, but you know what? I really want this. So my vision is for this place to be great. And the reason is you're good folks. This is a good place. You got good food, you got good this and that, but none of that matters. The only thing that matters is that you deserve for this place to be great. And they look at me and they just kind of gasped, both of them at the same time, because that was probably the first time in a long time that somebody told them that they deserve some. I said, you guys, I looked them straight in the eye. I told them, you guys deserve for this place to be great. And they just kind of, they were shocked. And then I felt what it's like for you. Say to people, are you ready for the love on a daily basis? And for you to look at how people, us over here, Michelle, Mason, people around you, both online and in person, how you see them adopt this feeling of readiness for the love. And the first contact is shocking. It's a shocker, right? I mean, it was for them, obviously. But you know what? I'm gonna keep on drilling. I'm gonna keep on telling them every single day that I think they deserve for this place to be great.
Well,
And if I
listen,
can,
hang on. You don't have to keep telling them. Well, you'll keep reminding them, but don't they already have a massive, their first interaction today? Didn't they get just shown they deserve success? You have to go back and
oh,
remind them. See, you're sitting right there. I'm going, holy crap, this is happening right in front of you. And you're going to think, well, I got to keep reminding them. They were given a 30% deserve. You deserve 30% more love than you've ever gotten. And you shoved your car full, your sedan full of everything. Couldn't get a toothpick in there. And the first day after you heard you deserve success, the universe said, let me show you how much you deserve it. We're going to do something that's never been done before. And they have to experience this. This is a feeling that doesn't exist in any business plan, any business model. When people say, well, how did you do it? I don't know. Some young punk AB came in and told us we deserve love. And the next morning we got a 30% discount on stuff we use all the time. Never happened before. Craziest thing ever. That's called, here's the evidence of your deserve. Wake up, Buttercup.
wow, I haven't thought about that.
I know you don't. That's what I'm here for.
Yes, sir.
In the moment, before you even showed back up, within less than 12 hours, 24 hours, the universe gave them a slap in the heart that said, we love you. I love you. Thank you for receiving. Did they go to the purveyor, the supplier, and say, whoa, we're not used to that kind of discount? No, let us pay full price. Let us no, we want to know that it's available. Imagine everybody who has a goal available, and the universe says, here's your goal. Here, let me give you some. And we're like, no, screw that. I want to be in pain. I want to be in suffering, and I want to pay more. We are all paying more until we allow ourselves to receive the love. And they got it. They had nothing to do with it. They literally thought they stole this morning.
Well, they thought I was their lucky charm because that's what
Yes.
he said.
And they are.
I quote, that's what he said.
And you are. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
They didn't need to bring you in their pocket to have the luck. When you establish the luck around your universe, this is why I love coming to the calls, because everybody shows up here from one day to the next saying, you won't believe what happened. When you are ready, the evidence will show up. I can't make you ready. I'm ready to receive your story. That's why it's so easily and effortlessly told here. Oh my gosh, Sean, you won't believe what happened. I won't. I dare you. Dare me to believe it. And now what happens is, here's the thing. pay attention. I would encourage you to have a conversation with them, is that they're going to find a way to piss away the savings. Your responsibility is to keep them in the state that money, because money is key, profit is king, that money they're going to figure out, oh my gosh. And then we had to go buy cake and it was 5 times more price. Ridiculous. All the money we saved, we got. And that's just the body. That's just the body wanting to get back to even, because they're not used to the savings. Every time they walk into the freezer, every time they walk into the fridge, they're going to see the same. Oh my God, I can't believe because then they're going to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe we have so much inventory. We're not selling it. We're going to lose it all. And we're going to have to throw it out. Oh my God, we had to save no money. This is where your responsibility to be able to next all of the possibilities of human nature. Because I can promise you, if you dropped me in that place right now and you were my translator, you'd be like, how the hell does he know what's going on here? I know restaurants, but it has nothing to do with restaurants. This has everything to do with the human spirit. They have created such a profit. They are not used to it. They think you're the lucky charm. They're blaming you for the success. Why don't they own it? What does it say in Think and Grow Rich? I'm sorry, not in Think and Grow, in Wallace D. Waddles. You do not have to drive a hard bargain to become rich. How hard did he have to work this morning to
He just went to the
profit?
same place.
Yeah.
Same place that he goes
Wow.
every day, and where they sell meat in bulk and product
Yeah.
in bulk. He just went to the same guy, same place, same butcher shop, same
Wow. So what changed? Is it worse meat? Is it 30% as good meat?
same meat, same quality.
So was this always available? It
I
has
was thinking,
it has to be always available. It can't not. If it's available once, it's available always. This isn't a miracle. This is a message. Now, will it go back up? Sure, it might go back up to the standard, to the normal. This was a special thing because the universe said, you guys have fallen in love with your possibility. Somebody told you deserved it. And for the moment it took to purchase this product, they believed they deserved success. What happens when we're given our dreams? What do most people do with their dreams? Step on its throat, throw it down, and say, I don't deserve you. And shame shows up and says, yeah, but I don't want anybody to know. Your responsibility, should you choose it, this is literally a mission impossible. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. If you choose to accept this mission, your mission is to remind them how fast the universe delivers to them, because you didn't go to the market. And if I'm your lucky charm, great. Just promise to not cut off my foot. I don't need to be a rabbit. I like to have all my legs and all my toes and all my fingers. Allow me the chance to remind you of how amazing you are. You showed up. They showed up at the market. You didn't show up. This is called neuroharmonics. You were thinking, I don't know how to make them any better. I just want them to have better. They deserve better. And the universe proved to you, of course they deserve better. You have no idea what better looks like for them until he comes up this morning and says, hey, listen, I just shoved my car full of my sedan full of product. And you go, absolutely, that's what happens. Congratulations. You need to let them sit down and bottle up what it felt like when the guy said, hey, listen, I've got a deal going on right now. I got a special. It's $350, $390, not $750. What was the excitement? You need to walk them back through that. You need to put them back in state. Did they both go to market or just one of them?
just the brother goes to the market.
So just the brother went to market. So you need to ask him, what were you excited about when you, because you probably asked, are you serious? Ask, did you ask, are you serious? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, he said, yeah.
Yeah. And then the guy said, yeah. He said, okay, so I can get all I want, right? I bet he asked that too. So I can get more than my normal order, because he got more than his normal order. So what happens when you show up into the universe and you say, and the universe says, here's your dream. Joe Polish talks about this. He says, imagine thumbing through the Sears catalog and it's the universe, and you can pick out anything you want. What are you going to pick out? Are you going to look at the price? The universe says you can have anything you want. Well, how much is it? You can have anything you want. How much is it? You can have anything you want. And the universe figured out a way to show the brother one of the things they spend the most money on. One of the most, could you imagine if it was a product they never sold? On kumquats, there's a fruit called a kumquat. On kumquats, we get buy one, get 10 free. The hell, I can't buy it. I don't even sell kumquats. Nobody knows what it is. There's no reason for me to have this value. The thing he uses most, one of the most used products, one of the most used profits on his menu came at a 30% discount. So do you realize, listen carefully, now I'm going to speak to you. Do you realize the agreement that you had was just paid for? See, one of the things is that whenever anybody enters into an agreement with somebody, it comes out of profit. Do you realize that the universe just inspired your ability to understand that everything that they are agreed to reward you with just got paid for? So you are zero cost, buddy, even though you're receiving profit. Do you understand that? I need you to grasp that. Imagine you could partner with somebody and it doesn't cost you anything because they're so sharp at what they do. They understand the energy of life that they can make it a no-fee profit for you.
Sean Gerard Murphy, I'm going to have a life-changing conversation with them after this.
And let them sit in it. Don't guide them. You just have to say, and tell me more about that. Then what happened? Because as long as they're in this state for the next 24 hours, they're going to continue to build on it and build on it. What you have to be, what you get to be the guide for, the bumper rails you hear me talk about all the time, is when the shiitake hits the fan. When you wake up and you can't talk and they can't speak and they got, oh my God, I can't cook today. We can't sell anything. Everything's going to go bad in the freezer. You have to prepare them to write the fear of doing it. Oh my God, because you got to ask them. I'm curious. Have you thought about, man, if we had this all the time, right? The fear of how long I could have done this sooner. And then the new normal. What if the new normal, right? What's the Irish blessing? May the best of your yesterdays be the worst of your tomorrow. What if all of a sudden that became the normal? Are they going to lower their price so they can be more competitive? No, they need to allow profit. This is a test for them to see if they can receive profit. Not more business, more profit. They don't have to cook one more meal to make 30%. They don't have to have 10 more people come in to make 30%. You can tell I get a little excited. Are they willing to receive more profit? Jim Rohn says, profits are better than wages. I'd ask them between this morning and now, what little flubbadubs, what little aggravations popped up that weren't normal? Because that's the old story, seeking in, slipping in under the door like a fart, like a river that's leaky, the flood is coming up on the outside and it's starting to leak in. What little things of aggravation and agitation did they already experience? Say, hey, listen, I want to have a learning moment, right? I want to have a partnering, mentoring moment. I want to let you know what you created this morning. And I want to let you know what's the possible alternate way. Because they're used to the ups and downs. A, they own a restaurant. B, they've been doing this forever. So they're used to getting their butts kicked. Oh, yeah, it's just one of those things. Your goal is to keep them in the highest vibration. That's all they've invited you for, is to be the lucky charm. Let me show you how the lucky charm works. This lucky charm talks. You don't have to rub me like a lamp. You just got to feed me orange juice and I come out with ideas.
I was thinking, and you tell me if that's good, not to kind of overwhelm them with all of these information. I was thinking to start off slowly in the conversation that I have with them in private, And overall, even before I had a convo with you, I was thinking about having a conversation with them, explaining them how to do things in a certain way. I think I'm gonna focus the conversation around that to, use that as a medium to explain them what happened this morning because they don't understand. Um, I did understand. I understand it better now, thanks to this conversation we're having. I was thinking to kind of ease them into this whole world of what we're talking about here,
So don't have a
because
conversation, have a discovery.
yeah,
And it might sound something like this. Hey, Petrov, did you drive to this market different today? Did you take a new route? I mean, maybe there's a secret in the route. No. Um, did you go to a new supplier? No. Did you buy new product? No. They did everything normal except one thing. You as their lucky charm. And that wasn't even a part of the conversation. That was the vibration. That was the energetic field. That was this internal harmony that lasted from yesterday because they were excited when you said yes. So your excitement lasted at least 24 hours. The challenge is once it shows up, once it physically presents itself, we will find a way to screw it up so we don't have to have a new story. A guy across the way told him about another deal they could get into that's more profit. Are you kidding? In 24 hours, they got new people, new potential opportunities, new money. They're going to be so absolutely figuring out a way to keep their old story that they're going to have a absolutely wonderful experience to say it was a short-lived joy. So I would offer them the experience. So what changed? Why do you think he gave you the deal? I don't know. He said it was a special. Okay, but did he give it to everybody? Yeah. Why were you able? Could he have sold out? Do you think he'll sell out? Yeah. Why were you able to get there and take all you want? Why were you able to have used words so they can begin to understand them? Why were you able to have abundance? They're not used to these words, and every word has a vibration. This is why when I talk to ChatGPT, I ask it, please do not use the word but, because it negates everything. So I teach it, don't use the language that doesn't serve me. So your job, mission impossible, should you choose to accept it, is to allow them to understand they didn't need to speak abundance to have abundance. Because they don't speak abundance, they can also offer themselves to speak their current language of lack and struggle and suffering. Because you're novel now. You're this novel little thing. You're this little teddy bear they have. And that's going to get put on a shelf in 2 weeks, and they're going to be like, crap, we owe him money. And your job is to make sure you never have to get paid out of their pocket. You teach them tools and techniques and skills, right? That's my goal. Is I don't want you to have to ever pay me out of your pocket. I will teach you the skills. You got to go do the work. He had to show up at the market. Could you imagine if he got sick and didn't go to the market and finds out later on, oh my God, you should have been here yesterday. So offer them the chance to have the difference. Imagine you didn't go, Petrov. You didn't go. I know that's not his name, but it's her name in this. So Petrov, you went to the market. Imagine you went yesterday and the guy goes, you should have been here yesterday. That would put you in your normal feeling. See, I always miss out. I'm never good enough. Oh my gosh, I could have made so much money. And now the negative spiral starts to go. I'd ask him, so what are you going to do with all the profit? Forget about me. What are you going to do with the fact that you were able to find a good business model, make 30%? What are you going to do with a 30% raise? Just from this, you're going to sell this. It's going to convert, whether it's a week or 2 weeks, whatever it is. You're going to have money that you didn't have before. How does that make you feel? Talk about where they're going, not where they've been. Well, what do you mean? I don't know. Well, you're getting 30% profit. I'm not talking about me. What you guys, you said yesterday, you want to feel like you deserve this. Didn't the universe just drop in your lap something you deserve, more money? You're not going to run a special on it, right? I mean, you're not going to discount it so that you're back to zero profit. How does it feel to be able to say every time we sell this, are you going to cook it better? Probably. You're going to feel more excited about it. Are people going to enjoy what it tastes like? Yes. So you're giving them exactly what they want at the price they're used to. You've just figured out how to deserve more. Is that okay? And their brain's they're gonna be sweating. They're gonna be going like this with their white jackets. Your goal is to help them have what's called a neural experience in their body, aka neural encoding. You shave off 5-10% in a restaurant. That's huge profits. You do it on a big item you normally use 30%. That's huge. This is how the universe delivered to them the deserve. Does that make sense?
They don't teach this at college, man. This is a business class mastermind, man. This is just business 101. But they don't teach this at business school. I can tell you that much.
Well, see, most people are in business 101, 102, 201. I'm in business 1000001, business 1,000,001. I don't deal in thousands. It's just zeros. It's still the first class, but it's the first class of millions, not the first class of hundreds. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change.
Well, I'm gonna tell them a story about one time this guy told me that and then so on and so forth. They're putting the quote unquote blame on me for being the lucky charm. I'm gonna transfer that blame onto you. Well, this guy taught me that there's
And
this
say,
guy in these states that
one of the things is that his goal in life is crazy. Listen, you want to hear a crazy goal? He wants to leave a legacy of 600 generations. There's 2 times we die: the day they bury us and the last time your name is mentioned. His goal is to create a legacy globally for the next 2,400 years. Somebody's mentioning his name, not from an ego standpoint, because his goal is to help people have more of what they want and less of what they don't. This is my mentor. Do you realize how he impacted both of us, all 3 of us this morning? You got more of what you wanted. I got more of what I wanted, a profitable business relationship. You got an amazing way to do something. And the guy isn't even here. Is it okay if we continue this process? Is it okay if we continue to deserve more? I would encourage you to really allow them to become aware of this, because the conversation they're about to have with you should have no teaching. Not one ounce of teaching from you. Simply the inquiry of them becoming aware of what they created. They allowed the conversation. Listen, you can blame me as your lucky charm, but you agreed to the conversation. So you got to blame yourselves for us to even sit down and have this conversation. Can't blame me. You're the ones responsible for it all. You created this. You allowed this to happen. Because you could have told the guy, no, I want to pay full price. You could have done that. We'd have thought you were cuckoo and crazy, but you could have done that. So yeah, just allow them to watch them. And what I would offer you is to, as you watch their bodies, become aware of their deserving. Pay attention to the subtleties, their eyebrows, their turns, where they scratch themselves, where their arms cross, not because they're cold and not because they're blocking, because they don't want to be seen. There's a big difference where people are like, well, I don't want you in my life. No, sometimes it's, I don't want you to see me. I don't want you to see the real me. So you have to understand the vibration of crossing the arms. People, oh, they cross their arms. They're afraid of me. No, they're afraid of being seen. Could be they're afraid of you and they think you're a jackrabbit. Or they're saying, okay, this is getting uncomfortable. So I would ask them the 3 questions if you haven't already. Hey, listen, do I have your permission to help? Yes, of course. We told you that. No, I know you say that, but you're not quite. I don't think you know what you're agreeing to. Next question is, can I make you a little bit uncomfortable? Yes, we're tough. We're stuck. I get it. Can I take you out of that uncomfortable feeling? Do you realize the decision you made yesterday to have more allowed you to receive more? Are you okay with that? What are you talking about? The marketplace just delivered to you one of the biggest lessons. It wasn't a discount in price. It was saying, are you allowing yourself to have more profit? What are you going to do with the money? If you didn't have it on expenses, what would you spend an extra 30% of your sales on? What would you do for each other? Get them into this is a community, not a not a job. What's something nice you're going to do because you just saved yourself a bunch of money? I don't care if it's sit down, have a cup of coffee with cream in it. I don't care. It doesn't care. I need you to reward yourself for being in the right place at the right time. What's the reward you? Oh, wait, we don't do that. We're Serbian, blah, blah. I don't know. You want to partner with me? You are going to reward yourself if it kills you. Because we're going to kill the old non-profit story inside you. You are literally ripping them in 24 hours out of their old story. Your responsibility, should you choose to accept it, is to keep them in the new story, which means they're how old? If you had to guess how old they are?
I know exactly. So 62 and 65-ish. Don't take me on
Excellent.
up on that, but yeah,
Okay. How old's your youngest niece or nephew?
my youngest.
Yeah.
Peter, he's one.
Okay. Do you realize Peter is 364 days older than them?
Yeah.
This is day one of this new feeling of possibility of profit, of deserving. They are 1 day old. How fragile are they?
Who I know better than to say I don't know. I
So
do know.
this is your responsibility to gently guide them. They have just popped through the dirt. Don't go jerk them up and saying, do you guys understand what happened? You got the roots ready? The roots don't exist yet. Your job is to nurse them, to gently pour some water on them, to make sure they're in the sun, to make sure they don't get too hot, to make sure they understand that they just began a new version of this restaurant. Ask them, when's the last time you had a 30% profit sitting in your freezer or fridge? They don't know what to do with it, buddy.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do with it. They'll sell it, they'll cook it the same way, and the money will come in and they'll go, oh my God, you know how much we did 1,000 in volume today. We made 300 extra dollars. Oh my God, that's like a month's wages for most people. What do we do with this? Let's figure out a way to screw it up. They have to pay attention. They get to pay attention. And you are the constant reminder. I would encourage you to say, hey, listen, I need you to tell me when good things happen. Pay attention to when more good things happen. Are you ready for more? Hey, you won't believe what happened. This is for everybody. This is for everybody. You're talking to a new distributor. This is what you say to them. This is the conversation you have with them. Are you ready for more? Are you ready for the love? Isn't it neat when it works so fast? That's the power of it. And you didn't even have to go to market. And they're so excited to tell you. This is mentorship. A coach, a business partner will tell you what to do. A mentor will have you do things you didn't know you could do. Congratulations. You just showed them how they could have a 30% profit that they didn't know they could have. And it's, oh my God, it was so exhausting teaching them to go to the market to get this price. I had to talk to the vendor. You had nothing to do other than show up and be you. I am beating this in because this is a certain way you go. Oh, well, that's lucky. Well, that's just timing. You're right. I'm rich. Let's move on. I'm done talking.
I said that to one of my acquaintances last night. I was posting something online, and he told me, "Ah, you're full of stocky and blah blah." And I told him I didn't go into a pissing
Right.
contest with this guy. I told him, hey, listen, if you want to know some things that helped me get to where I am, I can share them with you. And he said, oh, well, you're living in this imaginary world and you think that you're better than everybody and you think this and you think that. And I'm like, once again, Dr. Ford in the lobby, once again, I'm gonna share some things that helped me be here if you want to hear them. And again, he started with the bath melt stuff, and I said, "Oh, so this is where it comes up. Okay, you're right. I'm rich. See ya, buddy." And he was like, "Oh, F you," and blah, blah. I'm like, "Whatever, whatever." This is gonna be very interesting for me to go up and be Sean Murphy up there for somebody else. This is gonna be
You
very.
own it. You're
This is gonna
being
be very
AJ.
interesting.
You're being
Yeah,
AJ.
this is
You
gonna be
just,
very interesting.
yeah. And just sit and here's the thing. You know me when I say, okay, ready for the upgrade? You're like, oh crap. Your whole brain goes, oh my God, I'm gonna hear everything that I don't know. But you don't hear everything you don't know. You hear everything that you know that you couldn't look at it in a certain way. The success is already there. The profit is already there. The potential is already there. The challenge is that we don't figure out we deserve the potential. And your goal is to allow them to know that they could receive this. Ask them, curious thing is, hey, listen, I'm curious. What would be the next thing that would surprise the living bejeebies out of you that somebody said, hey, listen, we got a 2-for-1 deal? What would be the next thing you'd want to buy or partake in that if you really wanted it? Because what you're doing is guiding them to where they're going. This isn't a one-time thing. This is now an everyday thing. And your goal, your responsibility, should you choose it, is to get them to become acceptable with it becoming an everyday thing. Imagine the restaurant with every seat full. What would they do different? Imagine an influencer, a social media influencer comes in and says, this is a secret gem. You all should get your asses here.
I told them about that yesterday. I was like, we need to work on your marketing. Like, we need to bring some people in here. We need to. And they're like, yeah, but we've been thinking about it. And I said, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So
And here's the thing. You remind them, listen to their words and say, well, you don't get paid to think. I love you. You get paid to cook. So let's not think about things you're not good at. Let's think about things you are good at. That's why you've asked me to give you some suggestions and guidance. Is that okay? Are you okay with not having to think about things you're not good at? Everybody thinks they got to get better at the thing they're not good at. They suck at marketing. I'm having a conversation with somebody at 2:00 today to help me with my marketing. I said, I suck at marketing. I know I'm not good at marketing. They said, is it okay if we had a conversation with you? I said, I would love it. Cool. Somebody who charges $10,000 a day said, I would love to have a conversation with you. My gift to you, because you inspire me. I'm like, okay. You won't believe what happened. This is how it's all connected. We are all connected. It's why it's good for us to hear everyone's story. Not, oh, well, mine's not as big as his. Every little story is part of every little thing. They say our DNA and a monkey's DNA is 2% different. If I was going to have surgery, I would tell the doctors, please don't touch that 2%. I don't want to wake up loving bananas. Cool, isn't it? It's overwhelming.
this is very yeah. This is very 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 good stuff, man.
Because now you don't need to know anything. You just now is why the power of questions. Tell me more about that. Learn that phrase. Tell me more about that. How's that make you feel? What changes now that you're aware of that? You don't have to explain, you don't have to tell them how to heat the grill, cook the meat, whatever it is. How's that feel? What's going to happen every time you pull it out of the thing? You're going to think, wow, I get to take care of my sister better. Wow, I get to take care of my brother better. I promise you, they're gonna. What are you talking about? Don't you want to take care of each other? Yes. If you had more money, would you take better care of each other? Well, yes. Didn't you just do that this morning at the market? Uh, uh Remember question number 2? Could I make you uncomfortable? Welcome to question number 2.
Good stuff, man. Thank you for this business master class this morning.
And
Because
we're
it's
talking about one purchase, and this is
yeah.
this is how it starts. This is the Paul Harvey rest of the story. This
Bonus.
Isn't it awesome, Diane? I love it. AJ's he's out there swinging for the fences and he's hitting home runs. And now it's like, oh God, I got a home run. Now everybody's standing in the field and saying how great you are. I just hit the ball. That's all you did, is you just hit the ball. It's how everybody interprets where you hit it and how far you hit it. They're telling everybody you're my lucky charm. Excellent. You make me your lucky charm. But you know what? You got to use the charm. You used the charm. We could go for hours on this.
You know what? Talk about next thing, because I know you're going to ask. What I learned is that when I messaged you last night saying that I wanted to talk to you because I don't know nothing about the restaurant business, apparently you don't have to know nothing about the restaurant business, especially being in my position. You just got to know some stuff about people and attraction and how all that works. And then what I love is this is what came to me as you were speaking about your legacy. Isn't it funny and fascinating? Because the guy up there, I mean, that guy's
You got a sense of humor.
He got a sense of humor, man. He's a funny guy. But isn't it funny and fascinating at the same time how the ripple effect works? Stuff that I learned from this community, and then I went on and practiced in private, and all of a sudden I get to be the one that shares the thing. Because when we had a conversation yesterday, I saw they were looking at me and they were kind of, I don't even know how to explain this. They were looking at me and I mean they had their eyeballs glued to me because it was such a huge swing of novelty. I mean, it's a knockout of novelty for them to be sitting across the table for somebody who's in their 20s and they're talking about something that they never heard and that could easily be my grandparents. Um, and all of a sudden it's just some things, and then I'm gonna follow up on this today when I have a conversation with them later to say that you see that as soon as we agreed on something, and because I told them yesterday about doing things in a certain way and so on and so forth, and all of a sudden today they get the result immediately. I wasn't expecting this, to be honest. I really wasn't. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast, but it did. It did. And I'm going to tell them. So you see that you see how it works. It is really about doing things in a certain way, and I do things in a certain way, as you can see, because they tell me that all the time. They're like, you're speaking with somebody over the computer, you're speaking in some language you don't understand, you're doing some stuff we don't understand, and somehow you're fascinating to us. And I said, well, you guys are fascinating to me, and I think that you deserve for this place to be great. And that's where they started with the gasping and everything else. So it's just great. It is a great day today. And thank you everybody for showing up today. I hope that we transferred a little bit of abundance to everybody on the call today, because today is great.
The key to conversations like this is the student will appear when the teacher is ready. Are you ready to teach? Because they can become new students. The phrase goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That was yesterday. And now they don't believe how good the teacher is. So now they need to become better students so they can use the teacher more. My goal when we have our conversation is to help you become a better student, because I'm ready to share with you as you reach that level. Have you ever reached a moment, and this is you and me talking, have you ever gotten to a place where you thought, I doubt Sean could help me?
Honestly, no. No.
So
Honestly, no.
isn't it amazing how when the student is ready, the teacher appears. The challenge is most teachers don't want the students to get better because they are limited in their capability and capacity. My goal is to constantly make you a better student, better student, better student, because you get to use more of me, more of me, more of me, better student. Who'd have thought that 5 years ago we'd be talking about how powerful a 30% discount on meat was? We could have had that conversation 5 years ago because the essence of saving 30%, it was a temporary short-term solution. I save 30% on this. What you've now learned is that this is a lifetime of evidence for two amazing souls who you've fallen in love with, who aren't necessarily ready for the love. And your responsibility, should you choose it, is to make them aware that they created this. All of the years of experience, all of the effort, because it's not any harder for them to cook the meat. It's not any harder for them to store the meat. It's not, nothing was more difficult. It was effortless to have more abundance. Are they okay with that? And then you get to pick up their heads, wipe down the walls because they went.
Yeah, their mind's gonna explode probably at
And the
some
key
point.
is allow them through the process. This is why it has to be a very, very gentle nudging, because you're dealing with time bombs. It's been a long time since they've been able to make that much profit. Oh my gosh, what do we do with this? We don't deserve this. Oh, maybe we should give more to AJ. Maybe what? This is evidence. This is the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. This is the universe that said, when you decided it was okay for you to have more, the next thing you do in your lifelong journey was to save 30% on something that is a big product for you. How's that feel? And listen to their words. Listen to their words. Listen to the limitations. Don't point it out. Listen to the limitation. Well, what if that wasn't the case? What if the news story existed that you were allowed to create more profit?
Maybe those supplements you told me to take are making me smarter.
It's all
Yeah.
part of it. Here's the thing. Thinking about your trip to Mom with Dubai. Did you think about that yesterday? I bet you thought about that yesterday too. Somebody reminded you of it.
Uh, oh well, this mofo that
Oh,
messaged me.
wow.
Yeah, this mofo that messaged me because what I've done is I've seen a Lambo on the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not every day that you see quite an exotic car like that in Serbia, especially because this one has Serbian plates. It didn't have like German plates or
Right.
whatever. It has Serbian plates. And I took a picture of it and I posted a song with it or whatever. And then the guy messaged me, right? And then the Paul Harvey rest of the story is he told me, yeah, screw that guy, he must be dealing drugs or whatever. I'm like, I'm not talking about the guy, I'm talking about the car. I love the car. And the car is great. I'm not, whatever the guy does, I don't care, right? Sure, maybe he does that, maybe he doesn't, maybe his aunt left him with $1 million or whatever. I mean, it
Right.
doesn't matter. I'm talking about the car. And he could only focus on the guy. And then I told him about the things, right? And then he kind of wanted to bite my head off. And I told him, "You're right, I'm rich. Let's move on." So yeah. And then he told me about I'm living in this imaginary world. I'm thinking of playing God, going around the street playing God and whatever. And I'm like, sure, man. If that's fascinating that you see it that way. So
My mentor said you're either the cure or the cause. I'm not sure which you are right now, but
yeah,
I know I have a good immune system.
yeah. I I said to him, it's definitely a interesting way how you see things. Um, so yeah, thank you for. I said to him, oh, and this is where he really lost this shiitake, because when I told him, thank you for taking the time out of your day to try to put me down, because it's not working. So thank you for taking 20 minutes out of your day today, focusing on me. And that's when he lost it at that point. He was like, screw you and F you and whatnot. And I was like, sure, buddy. See ya. I'll see you
Awesome.
around, I guess.
Isn't it awesome? And then here's the thing: the universe rewards you with them say the conversation this morning for or whenever you spoke to them today, that because you didn't lose your stuff, the universe gave you evidence that when you stay in your state, the echo goes out. I just love it. I mean,
I think it's the I think maybe it's the ashwagandha, the or whatever, because it is supposed to kind of calm you down or whatever.
it does.
Yeah, yeah.
GABA, all of that stuff. The key is it's allowing your brain to get into the vibration of influence. And influence in a way that even surprises us. Because you were surprised. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I don't burn up anymore for the
Yeah.
last couple of days.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the dosages they had in Dubai were like twice as much. Like you told me to do 50 milligrams, and the only the only 5-HTP I could find on Amazon UAE was a 100 milligram pill, and it's like a capsule, so you can't split it, so you got to
Mm-hmm.
drink it. I mean, you got to take it. And then the GABA is not 500; it's 750, which is like 50% more. I was chatting with ChatGPT. I'm like, "Is this the dosage?" And it was like, "Try it, see what happens." I tried it, feel great. So I'm just gonna keep on doing it.
Yep.
It's great. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
With joy and privilege, I receive and give. Anyone else? Last thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways? Any lessons learned? That's some good stuff. Love it, love it, love it. All right, my little misfits. I appreciate you so very much. It's funny when I say misfits like that with that energy and tone, the dogs jump up and run out the door going, "Ooh, we get to go play. We get to go check on the sheep." I'm your head brain training. Let's go buy meat at a 30% discount misfit. I'll see y'all where?
The next event,
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Ricas.
Gouda
Yeah,
Vita.
we love.
Pura vida, we love you, Mark. And some Lydias.
Peace
Peace
be
be
with
with
us.
us and
Peace be
evermore.
with us all. And the queen of helping you buy right and sell with profit, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss
Boss Lee, baby.
Lee.
Boss Lee, we love you, girl. All right, everybody, go have some fun today. Oh, and a little fluffy,
Gurgly, gurgly, gurgly.
gurgly, gurgly, gurgly. Thanks, guy. All right, everybody, go have some fun tonight. Tonight, check. I will mention it in the chat because I may have to be out of pocket tonight, but I plan on having it. So if you go to the page, go to the dashboard, you can check in probably around 4 o'clock to see if we'll have a call tonight, because I'll know then whether or not I get waylaid and out of pocket tonight because of something happening. So I love you tons. Check in. We'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.
Thank you. Have a great day. Love you guys.